Republicans proposed $1 billion in taxpayer dollars to secure Trump's ballroom. Now, you may remember that Trump said this would cost the American people absolutely nothing. And if you don't remember, here's a montage of it.
And I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. The countries that myself and donors are giving them free of charge for nothing. We did this no charge to the taxpayer whatsoever. Rich people and people are putting up the money.
Rich people and people, two different things. In the wake of that, Congress and various government agencies and judges tried to stop him from making this ballroom. But he was like, you know what? I'm a king, I guess, so I don't need congressional approval.
He said we need congressional approval. Well, we built many things at the White House over the years. They don't get congressional approval when they build in the White House. It's totally separate. And especially when it's a donation. I mean, the ballroom is a donation. It's gotten great reviews. People love it. And presidents for 150 years have wanted this ballroom to be built.
Now, make no mistake, the American people do not want this ballroom at all. In a recent poll, a margin of 56 to 28, people disapprove of the ballroom. Whereas the rest that adds up to 100%, it's probably people who are like, that's not real, is it? I can't afford gas. But he's stuck to this story, which I will later prove is in itself corrupt, that there will be rich donors who give him money out of the goodness of their heart to build a ballroom. And then someone at the White House Correspondents' Center tried to break in and shoot people. And did he say, like, I'm concerned for all the people and the traumatic experience? No, he wanted ballroom.
I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom.
So ridiculous. And lo and behold, right after that, wouldn't you know it, all of Trump's cronies rallied on Maria Bartiromo's show and said basically the same thing.
The ballroom will be a solution for this.
But I think we got to build that ballroom as soon as possible.
The ballroom makes total sense.
A ballroom is imperative for a lot of reasons.
The president needs the ballroom.
And of course, when someone hears balls, who shows up to make a most impassioned speech? Well, it's Lindsey Graham.
We're going to introduce legislation that would authorize $400 million to be spent to secure to build the presidential ballroom. Underneath, there will be a lot of military stuff.
Such a ridiculous statement from Lindsey Graham. You know, military stuff like horses and gun bullets and droppy bombs, I don't know, murder sticks.
There will be a Secret Service annex, but the estimate is $332 million. We're going to do $400 million because I think it's probably going to take more. Private donations can be used, but I think they should be used for buying China and stuff like that.
$200 million for China and stuff like that?
And we've paid for it by offsetting it with custom fees.
Custom fees. Do you know what that is? That's like tariffs' cousins. That's the cousin of tariffs. It's a fee that you pay when you import something, so you, the customer, basically always end up getting stiffed with the bill for tariffs and custom fees. He just knew you would catch him if he said the word tariffs, because tariffs don't test that well. And if he thought that wasn't pathetic enough, he's about to talk about Trump walking from his bedroom. There's a bunch of gross stuff in this.
He literally could have left his bedroom, walked out the back of the White House, and been at the ballroom. That's what needs to happen. And the sooner we get the ballroom built, the more hardened it is, the better for the country.
Lindsey, could you please not say bedroom, ballroom, and hardened so close to each other? Thank you. And another thing that's so crazy about this ballroom is how the budget has swollen. I'm sorry I said swollen.
It'll cost $250 million, and it will be, I think, the finest. It's about $300 million, approximately $400 million. I think I'll do it for less, but it's 400. I should do it for less. I will do it for less, but just in case I say 400.
And that number of $400 million that he gave has swelled even more, $1 billion. For what? For heightened security, right? But let's look at what happened at the White House Correspondents' Center. They had, 3, 4? Let's take a look at it. They had 2.5 metal detectors, and they got the guy. By the reports I saw, he wasn't even on the same level as Donald Trump. I need to pay $1 billion so that it works better than the thing that worked, right? Am I weird here? Fine, I'll do a deal. We'll do 4 metal detectors And instead of 5 mall cops, I'll give you 7 mall cops. Are we at $1 billion yet? They're talking about all these attempts on the president's life. Like, bro, like, he was shot in Pennsylvania at an outdoor rally. Are you gonna bring all of Pennsylvania to a ballroom? No, he just wants to buy stuff and build stuff. Like, just buy him a Lego. Like, listen, he is obsessed with this thing.
This ballroom is going to be something that's so beautiful for the city. You can see the kind of interiors that we're talking about. That's an interior of the ballroom. Another one. Excuse me, I thought I'd do this now because it's easier. I'm so busy that I don't have time to do this. But I'm fighting wars and other things.
The print shops? I'm fighting the guys at the print shops. They're saying it's too many foam cores. I'm saying not enough foam cores. You don't have time to do this. You're doing it. And I am well aware you're fighting wars and other things. That is why my gas is $6 a gallon. The guy is so corrupt that he needed to make the price tag swell. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a lot bigger than I said it would be. Yes, of course it's bigger than he said it was going to be because he needs to launder more money. You want to hear a stat that's going to blow your mind? As of late 2025, there were over $350 million raised by private donors, non-taxpayers. And when I say non-taxpayers, that's because the rich don't really pay any taxes. But do you think they're just giving that money out of the goodness of their heart? I can prove that they're not giving that money out of the goodness of their heart because those people, according to a report from Public Citizen, those people that donated the $350 million, guess how much money they have received in giveaways from the federal government in exchange for donations like that. Don't call them bribes, call them donations. Okay, guess. Put a number in your mind for this. What they're now saying is $1 billion ballroom that you're going to have to pay for anyway. How much have they received? Together, those corporate donors have received $279 billion in payouts for the federal government. So they donate $100 million, $10 million. That's an investment. That's an investment so that they can get money from the taxpayers to the tune of $279 billion over the last 5 years. Just saying. And still, they are now asking for you and me, taxpayers, to pay $1 billion for this. $1 billion. Now, $1 billion is a really cool number. They like it at the White House. Why do they keep throwing $1 billion around? Because that's also what we're spending every day on the war in Iran. Now, I'm going to hand it over to Senator Blumenthal from Connecticut to explain to you what we could do with $1 billion if we were to, not incinerate it in Iran or spend it on a, $1.4 billion ballroom we don't get to go to.
To put that in perspective, just $1 billion could be used to pay for SNAP benefits for all eligible Connecticut families for 1 year. In fact, the amount of money Trump has spent since he started this unauthorized war in Iran could pay for the military benefits to combat injured veterans under the Richard Starr Act. What happened to Trump's promise of lower costs?
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
It looks like Trump would rather spend billions on this war in Iran and put American lives at risk than put Americans first.
Man, I wish he sounded more like a person, but it was a good point. It's ridiculous the amount of our money he's spending on things that really don't make our lives any better. Did you see what he wanted to spend? He spent $2 million painting a reflecting pool light blue so that it wouldn't reflect anymore. He didn't like the reflecting pool because he thought it looked dirty and murky because you can't see all the duck shit in there. And now we painted it light blue. So now you can, easily see all the duck shit in there. To rub it in our faces, he tweeted this, floating around in the reflecting pool, which you're not going to be able to do. And to make matters, who is this person? Is this a boob? There's a boob lady. That's not his wife, that's a boob lady. I don't understand the boobs. Don't forget the vaunted Arc de Trump, as they're calling it. Some victory arch. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but I know it's going to cost $100 million or something. And it's going to be bigger than the Lincoln Memorial because the Lincoln Memorial's tiny. It's very small. This guy's ridiculous. He's stealing from you. He's stealing from me. He's lying to do it. But at the very least, the only thing he isn't really wasting money on is the absolutely ridiculous gaudy gold applique he's adding to every surface in the White House, because apparently he wants you to think that it's made of solid gold, but a lot of folks think he picked it up at the Home Depot. So at least we're saving some bucks there. Thanks, stay vigilant, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.